So, one of the biggest problems any online business owner will face is making the first sale with a new prospective customer. Statistics show that in general, only 2% of prospects convert. Now, the other 98% leave and may never come back to your website. This means that any money that you've invested into getting people to visit your website has been lost. And that can actually quickly add up to a lot of wasted money. Now, if we take a closer look at these statistics, the big question becomes, why do online shoppers leave without paying or taking some sort of action? Now, although there are maybe hundreds of reasons why a potential customer may not take action or make a purchase, these 5 are some of the most common. Number 1, they are presented with unexpected costs or they can't afford it. Number 2, they thought the price was just too expensive. Number 3, they found a better price elsewhere. Or number 4, they decided against buying. Or number 5, they were just browsing. You see, with such a high percentage of people leaving your site, each of course with their own reasoning, is there any way to get them back to your site without having to reinvest a ton of more money into getting new clients? The answer is yes. And this is what we call retargeting. Facebook retargeting marketing is gaining more and more popularity with website owners. And here's why. I'm sure you've run into retargeting ads that are targeted towards yourself. And let me explain how they work. Imagine if you go to google.com and you type in a specific item that you're looking to buy, say barbecue grills. Let's say this barbecue grill website owner sets up a Facebook retargeting campaign. You're interested, but you don't buy at the very moment. Maybe it's because you're busy, maybe because the price is too high, maybe whatever reason it is, you leave. Then you happen to go to facebook.com and see ads related to the site that you've just visited. You're intrigued and you come back and buy or take a specific action. You see, in this case, the retargeting ads sealed the deal that you would ultimately buy from them. If you're still not convinced of the power of retargeting, then here's a specific statistic. You see, according to ComScore study, retargeting ads led to about 1,046 increase in branded search and about 726 lift in site visitation after about 4 weeks of retargeted ad exposure. That's a huge, huge amount of people that otherwise would likely never come back to your website or your landing page. Now, the best news about this is that you can do it for your own website. So I'd like to introduce you to a 9-part video course that shows you how to do this step by step. So in other words, while 2% of your prospects may convert after viewing the website initially, the other 98% who may leave may never come back. So this video course is all about how to professionally use Facebook retargeting marketing to bring back about 98% and convert window shoppers into buyers. So I'm going to show you how to properly set this up and use the power of retargeting on the facebook.com platform. Now, here's a quick overview of what's inside this video course. Video number 1 is the introduction. We'll give you a quick overview of the course. We'll talk about how to get in the right mindset so that you start off strong. And then we talk about what tools and what things you'll need to have in hand to get started. Video number 2 is a visual mind map of the Facebook retargeting process. Before we jump in and show you how to set things up step by step, it's really good to get a bird's eye view or a general view of everything at once. So this is what this video covers. Video number 3 will talk about the visual mind map of real life scenarios. By giving you some real life scenarios or real life examples, what this does is it enables your mind to start moving, start jogging with ideas so that you can pick and choose which one you want to go with, and that you begin to understand the whole process of Facebook retargeting. Number 4, we'll talk about the Facebook Pixel, what it is, why it's important, and how you can use it. Video number 5, we'll talk about adding the Pixel to your website, whether you're using WordPress or ClickFunnels, Leadpages, or any other landing page builder. Video number 6, we'll talk about Pixel variables and settings, otherwise known as standard events. Video number 7, we'll talk about custom audiences and of course how to create custom audiences in video number 8. And of course, last but not least, video number 9, we'll talk about retargeting campaign setup. So we're going to take everything that you've learned up until this point and set up a campaign to show you how to implement and embed the custom audiences within that retargeting campaign. So if you're interested in how to create your own highly successful Facebook retargeting campaign, with that said, everything you need to know is right here inside this video course. Hello and welcome back. This is video number 7. Let's talk about custom audiences. Now, when I showed you the visual mind map of how everything works and the different scenarios, we talked about custom audiences being an ad targeting option that lets you find people who either took an action or either didn't take the action that you wanted. So as you can see here, according to Facebook.com, a custom audience is an ad targeting option that lets you find people who already know your business on Facebook. So with that said, to get here, all you have to do is up the top, click this, and then click audiences. And then you'll see a drop-down menu that says create custom audience, and you want to click that. Now you will see an option on creating a lookalike audience, but that's not what we're going to do. You don't really want to create a lookalike audience until you have run enough Facebook ads and you've collected a certain amount of data to know that the lookalike audience is correct. So what is a lookalike audience? A lookalike audience, according to Facebook, is, let's say we run 1,000 people to an opt-in page. And out of 1,000 people, we have about 100 people who opt in. Now, out of the 100 people that opt in, we want to figure and reach similar people based on the 100 people that converted. So what you can do is you can create a lookalike audience with Facebook. And what Facebook will do is it'll go out into the database and find people that are very similar to the people that have opted in. Now, that is super powerful. No other platform can do that. So what you're really doing is you're tapping into Facebook's database according to the data that you have found and comparing and finding people that are similar. You could do that with a purchase. Maybe you have 1,000 people that visited a sales page. And out of those people, we have eventually 100 people that buy. So we want to find 100 people that are similar. So that's what a lookalike audience is. Now, what we want to do in this specific retargeting campaign is to create a custom audience. So these are the different custom audiences that you can create. Now, I'm not going to talk about how to create one just yet. We'll talk more about that in the next video. But as you can see here, as far as custom audiences go, you can find, let's say, for example, an email list of your customers or your subscribers and upload them here. And then you can retarget them. So maybe somebody opted in for a freebie. You could upload that here and you can retarget them and try to get them to purchase a product that might be similar to what they signed up for. So even though they fulfilled the action of signing up and giving you their email address, you can still retarget them. They're still potential buyers. Website traffic, you can create a custom audience based upon people who visit your website. So we could say anybody who visits our opt-in page or anybody who visits our blog posts, we want to retarget them. It doesn't have to be that. It can be people who opted in and who saw the next page. Or maybe they clicked a button and they saw a next page. It doesn't matter what page it is. You can do any page that you want. As long as the Facebook pixel is on it, you can track it, you can create a custom audience. Now, app activity is something that most of you will likely not use. You can create a list of people who launched your app or your game or took a specific action. Offline activity, you can create a list of people who interacted with your business, your in-store business by phone, by offline channels, and all of that. For engagement, you can create a list of people who engage with your content on Facebook or Instagram. Now, most of you are going to use the customer file or the website traffic. Very, very few people actually use the app activity or the offline activity unless you have a local business. So one of these two, most likely you're going to start out like this if you don't have a list. So you'll start here. So now that you understand the different types of custom audiences that you can create, without overwhelming you, let's move on to the next video and we'll talk about how to create the custom audiences correctly.